Today I will talk about present perfect tense and the usage of the three words just, already and yet in present perfect. So here we all know now present perfect is one of the tense of the English grammar. So here the formula is pretty simple for present perfect. Basically has or have and then the past participle. So here that is present perfect, and now for the usage of just, already and yet in present perfect. So here the first one that we will talk about here is just. So here the first word here is just. So how do we use just in a present perfect sentence? So here the situation is that we sometimes use the present perfect with just to mean a short time ago. So here just is used in a sentence to refer to something that has been done a short time ago, or it has just happened. It just basically means it has happened right after, just only a short time ago, which means not too long ago, just like a moment ago. That is just. It refers something that just that happened a short time ago. Now notice that just is placed between has and have and the past participle. So here just, here at the position of just in the sentence, it will be between has or have and the past participle. So just is usually placed between has or have and the past participle in a sentence if it's used. So here are some examples. I've just had my breakfast. So here I've just had my breakfast. So here, okay, first of all, not that I've. So I've is basically just as a short form for I have. Keep that in mind. So you can also say I have just had my breakfast, or you could just want to as a short, like in a conversation, then you can use I've just had my breakfast. So here just is being used here in the sentence. Like here just is referring to the speaker of the sentence that they have had breakfast a short time ago, or they have recently just had breakfast, so they're not really that hungry anymore. So I've just had my breakfast just simply refers to that a speaker or the person who is described with I had just had their breakfast a short time ago, or basically not too long ago. Another sentence is they have just arrived. So they have just arrived. So the sentence here, they have just arrived, it's a simple one. So here they have just arrived. So in this sentence, just is actually between have and the past participle. So here not all sentences have just between here. In just only some sentences, or otherwise then just will be before has or have for some sentences. Alright, anyways, They have just arrived. Just obviously refers to a short time ago. So it's describing them or they. And here that they arrived a short time ago, or they have arrived at that particular place not a long time ago. So just a moment ago, you can refer to the present and a term here that they have just arrived. They're describing that they have arrived now. It can also be used for that. Alright, so that is just. Just obviously means it's a short time ago. Used to describe something that did not happen much long ago. Alright, so that is just. Now, when do we use the word already in a present perfect sentence? So here we often use the present perfect with already to mean that something has happened earlier than expected. So here already paired with the present perfect with already, it can refer to something that has happened earlier than expected, or something or an event had just happened, or an event had happened before the expected time. So it could be a good or a bad thing. Most of the time it's positive, it's a good thing, because if we do something earlier than the expected time, that's pretty good. But still, already can refer to something or an event that has happened and before the expected time. For example, this is the expected time and that event happened way before it. It can be used to describe that already. So here I'm going to write some sentences which are basically conversations. So the first sentence here is, why don't you join me for breakfast? Alright, so this is A. Alright, so the sentence here is, why don't you join me for breakfast? Okay, that's not the main thing here. Now B, no thanks, I've already eaten. So here's a second speaker. Here, so A is asking in B here, why don't you join me for breakfast? Or they can basically, or asking the reason why doesn't B we want to join A for eating breakfast together, and B is saying, no thanks, I've already eaten. So already eaten. So here you can also refer that A was expecting B to not eat his breakfast at the expected time, or A has expected that B have not eaten in his breakfast, but turns out B actually did it. So that is an event that happens earlier than the expected time. So it's referring to B that has already eaten before A even asked to join him or her for breakfast. And here's another one. Can I talk to Ramesh? So he's asking, can I talk to Ramesh? Obviously a simple one. Can I have a conversation or basically a discussion with Ramesh? and B is saying, I'm sorry. This is basically just an apology. He's already left for the day. So here, can I talk to Ramesh or have a discussion or a conversation with Ramesh? And we're saying, I'm sorry, an apology here. He's already left for the day. So he was expecting that Ramesh I would left at the expected time, but here B is saying that I'm sorry, he's already left for the day, which means Ramesh has already left before the expected time, or when the basically the deadline. So I'm sorry, he's already left for the day. He left before the closing time or end of the shift or job. He has left earlier than what A has expected. So already is used with past, actually present perfect, and for describing something that has happened before the expected time. And also in British English, we use already only with the present perfect tense. However, in spoken and North American English, it is also used with simple past. So here is a British English, is American English, a difference here. So in British English, already, I say here already is only and only used for present perfect, not anything else. But for North American English, already can also be used with simple past. So there is a small difference here between British English and North American English. So British English, in British English already is only used with present perfect only. But here in North American English, it's also used with simple past. You can also use it with simple past. So if you're British, then you can only use already with present perfect. If you're North American, then you can use it with simple past too. And now for the final one, yet. So here is a fairly common word for describing something, and that is expected to happen, and or people already are waiting to it for it to happen. So when do we use yet? We often use the present perfect with yet to talk about something that has not happened but that we expect to happen. So it's used to describe something that has not happened. It has not happened, but is expected to happen later in the future. So yet with present perfect is used to describe something that has not happened yet, or an event, but everybody is expecting it to happen. That is basically the usage of yet. Pretty simple. Now yet is often used in negatives and questions. So yet is only used in negative sentences and questions or interrogative sentences. So yet is mainly used in negative sentences and interrogative sentences as or questions. And so those are the two types of sentences that yet is mainly used. Now notice that yet usually comes at the end of a sentence. So while we use it with present perfect, it usually comes at the end of the sentence. For example, I haven't spoken to him yet. So here yet is usually placed at the end of the sentence. So I haven't spoken to him yet. So it's referring to the speaker who hasn't or haven't spoken, and to that one particular person, which is here is him yet. So here at the speaker, it is saying that he or she has not spoken unto him, but it is expected that he or she will talk to him. Yes, it is expected, or that they're sure that they will speak to him. It's just that it hasn't happened yet. So I haven't spoken to him yet. It's used to describe something that has not happened at the current and state here or present and time, but it is expected to happen in the future. And another one is, aren't you ready yet? Aren't you ready yet? So here's another one. Aren't you ready yet? So here keep in mind it's a combination of are not, aren't. Now it will sound like are not, are you ready yet, which might not sound grammatically correct, but still, because it's a short form, it can be used, and it can be an exception, which means it can be used despite it breaking the rules here. It can still be used. Aren't you ready yet? So it's describing, so the speaker here is describing someone, and isn't he or she ready yet? So yet, obviously, yet is used to describe like the particular person that the speaker is talking about. So yet, which means the person which is being talked about has not is actually not ready yet, actually ready, but it is expected for he or she to be ready. So that is the usage of yet. Alright, so that's all about present perfect and the usage of just, already and yet with present perfect. Alright, so that's all for this video. Bye.